Hey guys, Garrbock here, and continuing my series Garrbock Tries, today I'm going to be playing Jim Raynor. Jim Raynor is a ranged assassin who brings, I think, a lot of utility into the game. I've heard from other streamers and pros talk about, I think, that he needs a rework, but overall, in my opinion, I still think he's a strong hero. I still think he's a fun hero to play, especially people that are newer to the game. His mechanics are a little bit easier. He's kind of in the Lily category where you just kind of point and click shoot. I mean, it takes a little bit more strategy than that to make him great, but overall, I think he is a great character to take into battle, even if you're new to the game. So, hopefully, we can give you a show today. I've already jumped into a quick match or two, and now I'm going to jump into another one, and hopefully, I can give you guys a better look at some of the talent builds I choose. They will fluctuate since this is quick match, and that's just something that happens. Sometimes you won't get a tank, sometimes you will. So hopefully we can just have a fun game. Hopefully I can give a couple of pointers, and you guys can comment below and tell me exactly what I did wrong and tell me what I did right maybe. But this is just my perspective on Raynor, and hopefully, you know, he gets to be played more, because I really miss playing against him, and I really miss having him on my team sometimes, because I really do think he does bring a lot to your team, except for the penetrating round when I'm on certain characters, but that's something else to be said. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this game, and we'll jump in right now. Just give an idea of Raynor. Here we go.
Anytime you're ready.
So today we find ourselves here on the Garden of Terror. We got kind of a weird team set up, so we'll see how it goes. We have Kel'Thuzad, Tracer, Nova, and Uther. And our enemies will be Stukov, Lunar, Sergeant Hammer, Gazlo, and Illidan. So, kind of a weird team setup. I have some trouble with Illidan just because of his ability to... And we're already ping crazy. Just his ability to dodge my melee or auto attacks. So, and I'm gonna ping pings. Okay, we got a weird team. So I'm gonna go with Seasoned Marksman here. It's the quest to kill, and every time I kill something, I get 0.2 attack damage, and every time I take down a hero, I get 0.5. Once I stack up enough, I will also get Seasoned Marksman, which will increase my attack speed for a short period of time. So with Raynor, you just want to kind of stack in the early game. I'm going to go up top to help solo lane up there, or not solo, but help with the Uther.
Heroes, night will fall in just a few moments. I hope you're ready.
So, right now I'm just going to be trying to get my stacks up. Once the night comes, I will try and help out on the siege. Looks like we're doing okay in the lane so far. Me versus Gazlo, I don't know how well this is gonna go. You don't really see Raynor too much going solo against the Gazlo, so this is new experience. I would actually think that Gazlo should be able to win that, but we shall see. Raynor, just like I said in the intro, I think people just kind of think that he needs a rework. They think maybe add some damage or something to him. But I still think he's actually a relatively good damage dealer. And there we go. This Noah's actually doing a pretty good job of rolling around and doing her job, just picking people off that are out of position. I'm going to roll down. I'm going to take the Vigorous Assault just to give me some sustain, kind of since I'm solo laning little bit right now versus the Gazlo. It'll help out, I think. And we got that pretty easy. I'm gonna watch out for the Illidan up here. I'm gonna roll down. Maybe we can get the other plant. Okay. Now, hopefully, roll down here, be able to pick this off. The Gazlo is going to be able to push, but if we can get these seeds, I think it'll put us enough ahead that we should be able to. Okay, so doing well so far. Not gonna be able to catch him. So, Gazlo's still pushing top. We should just get the seeds for now. I'm kind of decent late game hero just because I'm able to get my stacks going for my season marksman, so my auto attack damage will actually do a lot later in the game once I really start stacking. I've done well so far, so that's a good thing. Looks like the Tracer might go get it. That's fine, I'll trade a fort for that. Good job. Nova's actually pretty good. Usually I'm not a big fan of Nova. I don't really like her. Okay, so I'm gonna take the speed increase. Get out of here.
Thanks for the pick-me-up.
Got the speed boost going on. Yeah, that's fine. Just tap the well here. Should be okay. Stay back.
Whatever's clever.
Yeah, Sunara's kind of annoying.
Got something special for you.
Should be able to outrange her though. So I'm going to move back. We got our plant pushing north, which is good. We got two down here, which is really good.
Nice. Double kill.
Nice.
Right on.
Kill confirmed.
So I'm just going to stay down here and lane a little bit. Try and get this XP, maybe get us to 10. Hopefully maybe even get a tower out of it, which would be nice.
Your terror has been cut down. Choose a target.
Okay, so for my next talent, I'm actually going to take the Raynor's Raiders. I like this one more than the Hyperion. I just think it... I just like the single target damage better, especially from Raynor. I'm kind of expecting him more. Hyperion can actually work on certain maps, but for this one I'm just going to go with the Banshees because I think they do a pretty good job of single target damage. And on the Sergeant Hammer and all that. Come help her out there.
Let us bind these mercenaries to our service.
But just getting back to Raynor, I think overall he's actually a pretty good hero. I think he's a little underrated.
We got this.
Nightfall.
I know people really want to see him get a upgrade, but I think he's still strong overall. They just hit 10, so I'm just gonna have to be careful. I don't want to get left on. Let's see. Yeah, she took the leap, so I just don't want her to be able to leap on me and do that massive damage quickly. She took a good talent build to be able to wave clear, so I'm gonna roll up and try and help in this team fight.
It is time. Do what must be done.
Okay, back out for now. There's no point to be fighting that. Just get some of these seeds. Good job. Get all the seeds you can. If we can win this team fight, we should be okay. Oh, she actually took that talent. That's a ruin. So she took the talent that when it dies, it reveals an area. I guess I've never really tried that one, but with our no, I mean I can see it maybe, but I still think the speed increase on it is a little bit better. Alright, so I'm gonna take the Impress Steel Resolve, makes my W last longer. Sorry, excuse me on that one. Yeah, just increase the duration of my Inspire effect, makes me run a little bit longer. So overall I like that. I'm going to move up right now, looks like they're trying to push. I'm going to run up top and try and help that. I don't know if I'll be able to get too much done here.
My children.
See, and that's why I like the Raynors, because they just kind of chase people down, doing damage the whole time. Just overall, it's a good ability.
It's all good.
And I got out of there, so let's go get these seeds down here.
Give him some pepper.
Good job. Oh, you're doing well so far. Doing very well. Doing very good, sorry. But like I said, this is a build that I like to play. I really like Raynor's single target damage, and I think anything that increases single target damage is important to do. So that's kind of why I picked the talents that I picked. I'll talk more about them after the game. But so far, I mean, the team's playing well. We have a good game plan. I'm actually surprised because, like I said, I thought the setup was kind of weird. Roll down for the team fight here. Gazlo's trying to push south with the hammer again. I have to go take that out, so don't keep pushing on us. So I can help this Noah here try and pick them off.
Finally, you have enough seeds. The terror grows once more.
Get this health globe and then I'll go back and kill these. Alright, I'm gonna get this camp here.
Harvest the result of your efforts, heroes. Bring my terror to life. There,
fast, but I didn't see how much time was left on it.
Use it to harvest your enemies' corpses.
All day long.
Should be able to push a fort here. Alright, so I'm gonna get the stuns first round, or first person hit by my penetrating round. This is actually a very important talent for Raynor. It just allows me to
My plants are vomit blood. Your enemy has uprooted a foot. Keep God.
Okay, so we got the talent lead. Should be able to.
Time to man up.
Looks like I don't know what our plant's doing, actually.
Going hot. Much obliged.
Kind of wish she would actually frontline for us, but I mean, she's kind of doing her own thing, which is okay. I guess she's taking out a second keep. She's playing a little too safe, for my opinion. I mean, I think we could actually have done something to the core, but I guess we'll take that. Gonna try and get down on this hammer to flank it if the Noah can start hitting it. Don't even need me. Alright, go help this tracer.
Night falls once more.
Hopefully be able to
And soon the
pick somebody
champion
off that's
shall
chasing
rise
her. It
again.
doesn't look like. It looks like they turned around.
Got something special. Right on. Charge.
So playing with this Uther, I gotta do a little bit better at stacking for him. I've actually done a bad job at that.
You can count on me.
Which is, so far we've done pretty well though. Like I said, we got a pretty good team. They're
You ain't feeling it there.
doing a good job of just not falling into stupid positions, staying with each other. We're getting the seeds right now, which is good. So we can all team fight here if we need be and grab these boss. It's kind of funny how Uther is our makeshift tank at this point. But
It's all good.
That's enough seeds.
jeez, I don't even think they've gotten one camp yet. They've got a pretty good push though. I mean, they got a good amount of specialists. But let's get 20.
Awaits.
I think.
Come, take
Good.
its power. Your terror lives.
I'd rather get 20 here before we get into a team fight, just to really seal the deal.
Time to man up.
I don't know if we're gonna have time though.
Give 'em some pepper.
With him here, we should be able to. Well, looks like we won. Got 20. Good game overall. I enjoyed myself. That was a straightforward victory. Very weird,
MVP.
very weird Nova there, but overall it went well. She got very good team. Good team to play against there, a lot of squishies, so that went well for her. So, let's take a look at some of the talents I picked. So, my level 1, I went with the Seasoned Marksman. I think that's pretty standard. I think most people are playing the Seasoned Marksman. I don't think his other talents really shine that much. I think the... oh man, drawing a blank here. The drone. To be able to see everything, I don't think that that's all that good. I think that's kind of actually a waste. So, Seasoned Marksman is the way to go. I see other people take the other one, and in the late game it really makes Raynor struggle. So, just stick with Seasoned Marksman. If you like another build, then, as I always say, I mean, whatever you feel comfortable with. I just think Seasoned Marksman adds more to the endgame Raynor as well as his team fighting. Vigorous Assault. I took this one just because I think it's very strong talent. I like the basic heals. It allows me to sustain more in lane, especially on this map where I was. And some of these talents again are flexible. So the Vigorous Assault, it just allowed me to stay in lane longer. I thought I was going to actually have to fight against that Gazelle a little bit more, but turned out I didn't have to. Still, it just allowed me to stay in fights and just keep my health up by just attacking things. I could, on the Sea Giants, I could actually fight those, so that was nice because I could tank a little bit and switch with Uther. We did that once or twice. So the Vigor or Revolution Overdrive, just you gain movement speed. It's a really good talent. For more people you hit, the more speed you gain. So it just allows you to get out more. I really think I like Raynor's toolkit. I mean, it has a bunch of different qualities. You have Seasoned Marksman where you can keep stacking your damage. You have speed, you have the ability to get a stun. I really like his toolkit. I don't know why people kind of don't like him as much. I know he is kind of countered by blinds like any auto attacker, but I enjoy him. I think he's one of the better ranged assassins in my opinion, but again, everybody has their own say. I enjoy him more than, even though I know he's really good, but Zul'jin, I enjoy Raynor more than Zul'jin. I think Raynor is a little bit safer of a hero for me to play than Zul'jin. I've never really liked the dancing with your life Zul'jin play, so I think Raynor suits me better. The Banshees I went over Hyperion. I just like the single target, as I talked about earlier. I think being able to just target somebody or a hero with my Raynor's Raiders allows me to just keep damage on people, especially in team fights. Gives me kind of that stealth damage, or if somebody's running away, I can kind of chase them down with it. So it's overall a good talent. The Hyperions, again, very good as well. I just think sometimes in big crowds and stuff, when people throw it out there, it just gets wasted because the shots are firing all over the place and you're not really hitting in the team fight. So I think the Raynor's Raiders, for me at least, is my go-to as of right now. Maybe if they buff or nerf in the future, I might switch, but I like the Raynor's Raiders. Steel Resolve increases Inspire's duration by 50% and causes Adrenaline Rush to also apply Inspire. It just gives you that increased movement speed that you got, synergizes. I can run for faster for a longer period of time. It just increases my basic attack speed. It's just an overall good talent. I'll talk about some of the other ones as well, but I like the Steel Resolved. There's some in this tree that you can also go with as well that are really good. But for this game, I felt that just Steel Resolve was probably the best talent there. Bullseye, this is pretty much a mainstay. You have to get this. You stun the first person you hit with your penetrating round. It's just amazing. I mean, it adds a stun, and he's one of the few ranges with the stun now that they added KT. I mean, he's got one with his chains, but for the most part, you don't see a lot of the range assassins with the stun. So for him to be able to get this, it's very strong. And then the last one, I just took the Duskwing stupidly because there wasn't really, we were already on core, so I just picked something really fast. Normally though, I would go with the increased range and attack speed, so the Nexus Frenzy. Sorry, I forgot the name of it there for a second. So it just increases your attack speed by 20% and increases your range by 1.1. He's already got a super long range in the game, and this just adds to his range and his attack speed, so I can kind of sit back more and really hit people. He is susceptible to dive. I mean, dive characters still give him problems, as I talked about earlier in the game. Illidan usually gives me problems. Just because of his ability to dive on me and make me miss with my auto attack. So people like him, Joanna is kind of tough for me, Cassia, just because of the blinds and the ability to get on top of me. Not as much with Cassia, but just Joanna in the front line. But for the most part, I don't think there's really too many hard counters for Raynor. Just dive characters for the most part, or dive teams. But if you have a good front line and everything, you should still be okay, even with the dive, if you play your positioning correctly. 16 is the other one I was going to talk about, is the penetrating rounds, or the bullseye for your penetrating round stun is about the only way that you want to go. And then 13 was the one that I was going to talk about. Giant Killer is normally one that I would take just because of tanks, but in that game there were no tanks and there was nobody really with a large health pool, so I ended up going with the Steel Resolve. Again, normally I would take Giant Killer. I just think it's a lot better, especially once you get the Nexus Frenzy at the end. Again, your single target burst damage is going to be ridiculous towards the end if you take Seasoned Marksman at the beginning. You can increase your attack speed by a lot, especially with the Seasoned Marksman trait. And if you got Giant Killer, you should be able to just stand back and blow up tanks. Overall, like I said, I really think he's a great hero. I think he gets underplayed a lot, and I just hope more people, especially now that he's free to play, will kind of check him out. Maybe they'll like him. He's an easier character to play. You can kind of just step back and shoot and back up, especially with his longer range. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, share it with your friends. Give me a like if you didn't. You know, that's cool too. Anything you got to say, just leave it in the comment section below. Hopefully you did enjoy my video though, and you'll subscribe, and I'll be trying to produce some more of these videos.